This detail completely changes how we view the Vancouver Canucks prospects after a dominant performance in the AHL, a goaltender standing out in the OHL, and an NCAA player tearing up. We get a look at the Vancouver Canucks' future and a breakdown on the lines going into tonight's game versus the Edmonton Oilers. We're going to break down these three prospects, including many more, that shows how bright the future of the Vancouver Canucks prospects truly are, and this detail going into tonight's game as the Canucks face the Oilers. We're going to break down all this and so much more later on this episode. Before we get into that, I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone for helping us reach our goal of 8,500 subscribers. We're setting a new goal at 9,000. So if you want to stay up to date on daily updates from the Vancouver Canucks, make sure to go down and hit that subscribe button where we give you updates on prospects, game recaps, rumors, reports, post-game shows, everything you can think of you can catch right here. But with that, let's just dive straight into the prospects today, and there's one in particular that absolutely stood out. Now, looking at this Abbotsford team, Artur Shilov's being traded to the Pittsburgh Penguins, who's playing incredibly, by the way, was a big part of the run, and a goaltender that is starting to take over, who saved 36 of 37 shots as the Abbotsford Canucks win their first game of the season versus the Henderson Silver Knights, and this player, of course, is Tolopilo. Now, Tolopilo is the starting goaltender for Abbotsford, a very good and deep team that's looking to win a second cup in a row in the AHL for the Calder Cup. Now, the big thing with Tolopilo, coming off last night's game, allowing one goal on the 37 shots, a 973 save percentages. He's on a hot streak coming into the season, and all signs for the Belarus goaltender, 25 years old, is that he's going to help with this Canucks future farm system and backup goaltender as the years head on. The best thing with goaltenders too, a lot of these guys aren't hitting their prime until 26, 27, or 28. So when Kevin Lankinen or Thatcher Demko are moved on in this organization, we have a lot of years left with them, but then this is perfect for Tolopilo to step in. Now, going into this, picking up right where he left off, we can see Tolopilo extend his franchise record consecutive win streak to 9 games. He is 9-0-0 with a 942 and a 1.8 goals against average since March 11th. Tolopilo is really stealing the show in the AHL, but it doesn't stop there, and this detail on the Vancouver Canucks, especially their goaltending prospects, is better than ever and a lot better than any other team in the NHL. Looking at Ty Young, a very young goaltender within this system as well, with Abbotsford, we know his stats have looked good in every league he's been in the AJHL in 918, save percentage going into the ECHL with a 926 with Kamloops. The big thing with him as well, still very young, 21 years old, and a 904 save percentage with Abbotsford. When looking at the Canucks, their deepest position, listen, defenseman is a huge one for them, but in the NHL, there is no other team that matches up with goaltending prospects. Yes, a lot of teams have some great prospects between the pipes, young goaltenders, Askarov with the San Jose Sharks, but the Vancouver Canucks not only have 2 elite goaltenders in the NHL, but they're also working their way through with every other league, having a goaltender that is oozing with potential. Now, Thatcher Demko and Kevin Lankinen. Thatcher looked outstanding going into the game with the Edmonton Oilers, and we'll do a quick update on him later. Kevin Lankinen, a very good 1B goaltender, and it goes even further, where we do see Medvedev stopping 13 of 14 shots to pick up his second consecutive win of the season. Medvedev came in on this Canucks system in the draft this year, where a lot of people said, hey, why are they drafting goaltenders when we need help at center? Listen, Braden Coots in the first round was outstanding, but Medvedev is another goaltender that's showing the depth of the goaltender position. You can work your way through as a backup last season with the London Knights, a 912 save percentage. Going in as the starting goaltender, 18 years old, a 900 save percentage. You wish that was up, but a 2-1 record. There's going to be a learning curve. He's going to have to get used to playing a lot more games, but Medvedev, one of the youngest goaltenders coming out of the draft, is another goaltender to add where you work your way down. You have Ty Young, 21 years old, Medvedev, 18 years old, and that's scratching the surface on the guys throughout this system. And we have one more prospect to touch on, but what is your guys' thoughts on the goaltenders? Do you think the Canucks have the deepest positional need, or have, at goaltender. Let us know down in the comments. And going straight into the second prospect update, Wilson Bjrok. I've talked before. When I last did an update a few days ago, in 2 games, he did not register a point, but we've seen him really explode going into Game 3 with Colorado College in the NCAA after making his way over from the Swedish League with Bjorck. We've seen the reports. I did a full video once again where Bjorck was labeled as an absolute steal coming out of the 6th round for the Canucks, putting up a goal and 2 assists, getting his first points on North American ice. Wilson Bjrok is another name that Canucks fans are going to have to keep an eye on. Medvedev, of course, is another. But these Canucks prospects are slowly building a culture, building together, showing how good this draft group has been. Listen, the Canucks have not had a top pick in quite some time. They haven't drafted a number 1 overall guy like we've seen Celebrini, Connor Bedard, future Canucks, of course. But these guys have been drafted in later rounds, minus a couple like Medvedev, taken high in the 2nd round. But Wilson Bjrok, a 5th round pick, an awesome player, showing his potential throughout the NCAA, and even someone like Tolopilo, who was not drafted. This Canucks management has done an incredible job, but what is your guys' thoughts on the Canucks prospects? Who is your favorite prospect? Who has the most potential? Is it someone like Anthony Romani? Is it someone I haven't even spoke on? Let us know down in the comments. But with that, let's dive straight into the game that we're going to watch tonight, where the Canucks are going to beat the Edmonton Oilers. Now, going into this, some reports came through that the Canucks are not changing their lineup. This line looked outstanding. We did see Coots jump up a bit when Petey got hit and left the bench, but a lot of these guys played outstanding. Baines had an awesome feed to Filipino for the breakaway goal. Baines on the penalty kill was outstanding. This Canucks group showed very good talent and something that we were looking forward to, and that was more than 20 shots and a lot of goals. Now, a lot of these guys played very well. Sherwood scored a goal. Of course, Petey set up Boeser for that incredible shot. I just want to say, it was awesome to see them getting their mojo back. This Canucks forward group, I don't want to say they need to change much. Yes, they need to step out, maybe get a goal a little quicker. Listen, they scored 5. I can't be nitpicky here. But the big thing with this Canucks group, and going back on the defense, you have a couple injuries. You have Bluger out right now. Mancini will not step into the game, and Carlson still will be scratched. But this defensive core, and including the goaltenders, have been outstanding. Canucks fans, what is your thoughts? What do you think the score of the game is going to be? Adam Foote loved this group enough to not change anything up. Yes, you can bring in Victor Mancini if forward or DPD have a bad game, but at the very moment, scoring 5 goals, only allowing 1, I think you continue to ride with this group. It's a tougher competition. The Edmonton Oilers are good, but what is your thoughts on this game? What do you think the score is going to be? Who opens the score? And let us know down in the comments. And speaking on comments, let's go straight in the comments today. Coming from Major, keep up the work, guys. Canucks are exciting again. And listen, I cannot wait to continue making content as the Canucks are playing outstanding hockey. I know it's game 1, but this is a team that's going to show something special. They're very young, and they're going to continue on their revenge tour. If you want to go down and leave a comment down below on anything I spoke on in this video, you could be featured on Comments of the Day. That could be your favorite prospect, the score of the game, anything at all. While you're down there, leave a like, subscribe, share this with your friends. We'll be back in another episode, so keep your eye out for that. But I've been your host, Mark. Bye. Go Canucks, go, and take care, Canucks fans.